Welcome to Living Your Life Well Planned, the 80-20-365 success system, and the man who invented it all, Adam Vincent Gilmer. I'm your host, Gene Velitis, and welcome to episode 32. We're moving along here, and just want to say hi to people in all the countries around the world. We are definitely global, and on all the continents, people listening to our podcast on iTunes or on Spotify or here on Adam's website, 80-20-365, where we highly recommend you go and purchase your daily planner. It's about $1 a day. I don't know what that is in your currency, but $365 in the United States, it's nothing for what you're going to get. All the podcasts and the videos are free. The Daily Planner is your GPS to get you from point A to point B. And hopefully, if you follow the plan and listen to Adam, you'll get there not only successfully, you'll get there mega successfully. And speaking of mega success and what we have to do, I mean, our last episode was challenging convention. This one is kind of challenging yourself. And our topic is why we must continually evolve both professionally and personally. How do we start this?
Well, we start looking at the people that we admire the most in our lives, in our families, or, public life, or somebody running a company, or somebody that you like to follow. Or it might be me, might be Gene, whatever. Okay, you start looking at it and you say, okay, and we've talked about this continuously through the entire system. What are these people doing? So, if Gene came down to my house, I would have the guest room and what have you, and he would know, hey, here's the bathroom, here's the kitchen. Because you've got this belief system already built. For the people who are not willing to grow, they don't know what my house looks like. They don't know where the bathroom is. They don't know it because they've never been. And so the challenge is you started looking at the people you admire the most. And by the way, they're not perfect. We're going to have problems, challenges, and issues because all of us are broken. And we have to work on this personal development stuff to grow. We talked about change is really growth. We talked about going against conventional thinking. That is growth. Now, you can fill your mind with whatever you want to fill your head with, okay? Some of you have incredible educations listening to this program. Some of you maybe just got through high school. Some of you maybe you dropped out of college. But you're listening to this program, and this is where the round rubber tire meets the road. This is the stuff you need to be doing. This is what's going to move you towards your goal, your dream, the aspirations that you really have, the secret seeds of success that are inside your consciousness, but you've never taken the time. This is really important. You've never taken the time to get one of these, okay, and sit down, play some nice meditational music, which I can help you choose, and it's part of our course, and do it. And what happens is by doing this and speaking the words into the universe consistently over and over and over again, reminding our minds that this must happen, this is what you're doing, this is what's going on, here's my goal, I'm attracting like-minded people, I'm always improving, I'm growing, I'm getting better, I am. This is what leads the person to become, Gene, you're gonna laugh, a legend in their own mind. But you see, but this is what's important. You have to start thinking this way first before the manifestation of what you're truly trying to make happen in your life come together. I was with one of our good friends up in Woodland Hills the other day, and he was, we're outside smoking a cigar. Yeah, I smoke cigars, and not every day. It's just, it's a, by every couple of weeks we go up and we hang out and we just exchanging thoughts and ideas and what have you. And he goes, hey, listen, I want to tell you something. And he says, I was talking to one of my ex-girlfriends, and she said, isn't it amazing the life that Adam and Jessica have? Now, for those who don't know, Jessica and I have been together for 11 years. I actually wrote down in my planner the kind of woman that I wanted to attract to myself before I met her. And then I was afraid to tell her when I met her. I waited for the relationship to develop a little bit. I said, no, honey, let's go out for a coffee and we're going to sit down and talk. And I showed her, and she goes, wow, that's me. And here's the point. You can create all this, okay? You can, but you got to grow. And I would love to be able to take individuals and shoot them through the cannon of growth, Gene, and watch them come out the other side. They're like, oh my God, what did I just go through? This is what we have to do. We have to continuously grow. You have to reset your goals. You have to go into 2021 with a damn plan. If you don't, if you're going into 2021 with no plan, 2026 ain't gonna look any better.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and here, and, here's what's interesting, and I don't mean to get on people's nerves, but I keep coming back to this daily planner. Now, we want to talk about evolving personally and professionally, and a lot of that has to do with balance in your life, and that helps you to grow as well. But everybody always talks about, I want more balance in my life, but nobody ever tells you what that balance is until you get the daily planner. Can you please show us the front cover?
absolutely. So, um,
There it is.
okay, so there's being, brain, body, time, people, money. There's 6 principles or pillars that we teach, from spirituality, taking in the right knowledge. Congratulations, you're doing that right now. Being, brain, body, you got to work out, you got to watch what you eat, you got to stay healthy. Bring your body, time, managing your time, like we do. There's 24 hours a day, 440 minutes, 86,400 seconds in a day. Manage it. You do not need 8 hours of sleep. Okay. You don't get rich on 8 hours of sleep. Let me just say right now, wealthy people are probably sleeping between 4 and 6 hours, and they're on purpose, making it happen. Bring your body, time. People, you got to network with people. You got to have mentors in your life. You got to push away the negative dream stealers. And the last thing is attracting the right people in your life, which is an amazing concept. And the next one is the finances. But when you do being, brain, body, time, people, money comes in, and you start growing this little idea, thought from your purpose, and it grows into this balanced ball universe, kind of like the Earth, right? Or the other planets, and now you've got something you can play with. Now, here's the thing, AJ, our 9-year-old, when he was learning to play soccer, okay, we also had an American football, right? And he found out that the round one was easier to play with than the one that was like,
yeah, the NFL.
Not saying that the footballs are bad. It's an example of rolling and having balance. So that's what we want your life looking like.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing about using the planner and like the front cover, you often see when babies are born, the parents will put a little mobile hanging above their crib to entertain the child. But you know what's really interesting? If part of the mobile starts going down, the other part of the mobile starts doing this, and it's not in balance. And what I love about the system and evolving personally and professionally, um, if you don't balance out the entire cycle, well, then something will slip off, right? I mean, if you don't work out for a week, you know what? Maybe you'll end up sleeping 9 hours a day because you're not injecting energy or not injecting exercise into your body. I mean, let's say you ignore your business and the money starts falling down. Well, your family's going to suffer. Maybe you won't be able to buy the things you want. Maybe you'll be filled full of debt. So that's what I love just about that front page, because it's going to keep you on track. And if you are in balance, I mean, you have to evolve in your personal and professional life. I mean, I just can't see how it does. I mean, it just happens automatically because you're looking at all those areas. You're keeping them in balance. I mean, think of a person on a tightrope. You get out of balance, you fall to the ground and you die.
That's exactly correct. I mean, I love it. That's why I love doing these events and shows, is because we're giving you our thought energy to get your bloody brains to do something different. Okay. And I know people have asked me, how do you say that? When I show up at a business meeting, and we've had several, everything just got shut down again, mass and what have you. But when I show up at a meeting, Gene, and I reach into my briefcase, okay, and my shoulder bag or whatever, and I bring out a planner and I plop it down and I skip through it. Here's what happens immediately. I want everybody to get this. I just put my life plan on the table, okay? And nobody knows what these things are. Unless you're on the system, you'll know. But if you know what's going on, and I'm flipping through, and they see my notes, they see my organization, and then I see it through, and they see their name on the day at 2:00, as an example, and I'm having a meeting. Okay, I show up professional. I show up planned. I show up organized. And guess what? it just got there one day all by itself. One day I woke up and it was just there. No, I didn't. The man or woman on top of the mountain didn't fall there. They had to climb. They had to lose some nails. They had some falls. There was a safety harness. Boom. Oh, hey, that hurt. Not doing that one again. Okay. And you start to show up in life much better. And people like this. And people do business or want to be in relationships with people they like, know, and trust. And that's what makes this thing fantastic. It's just getting enough of you to start doing this every single day. Oh my goodness, you have a life worth living. I wasn't joking when I said we do supercar rides, this and that. Listen, here's what the group does. Ready? Watch this. It's set off in a month in advance. So it's only one day out of the month that we go and do this. Ready? We're on this chat thread group on WhatsApp, and the ideas and the thoughts are going around because you get a bunch of supercars together. Everybody wants to go out for a ride, and people are talking about, hey, let's do this plan, that plan, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? It finally comes to the day, and there's an excitement that's been built up around this thought energy that's been happening in this chat group, and finally becomes day of action, right? And that's how the planner works. And I'm using that as a real life example because when you start to plan and organize, you start getting the 6 areas, the 6 pillars working for you. 6 pillars, I think is episode 2 or 3. You can go back and look at it. Okay. And you'll start to understand that, hey man, the supercar ride should be super ride for your life. Okay. Not just the car, for your life. And now you've got a balance and you bring, you show up well, which is professional. You're growing all the time. Okay. You're always in asking and seeking and knocking on the universe's door. And here's what it is. You ready? The universe keeps responding and giving you another one and giving you another opportunity and another one and another one and another one. And those things are little beautiful gifts. And if you're not picking up those gifts, shame on you. When I travel around the world, used to travel around the world teaching, it's really funny. And I did this in one episode. I used to find loose change everywhere. Okay. Money is attracted to me. Now just saying, I can't remember which episode I talked about this, but it's coming up right now because I'm looking at the finance side, the money side of the wheel. And that's this. I was in London Heathrow Airport going to the urinal, and there were several pennies or coins thrown into the urinal. Okay. Guess what I did, Gene? Yes, you got it. Somebody thought less of those pennies and threw them away. Now, does everybody know what a penny a day compounded over a period of 30 days is? Okay.
Millions and millions of dollars. I believe it's $10 million.
It's huge. And we'll put up the example, what have. But here's the thing. I'm not an idiot. So I want you to say, everybody say, I'm not an idiot. Great, because guess what I did? I know this sounds disgusting, and you don't have to do this, but this is what I did as a real life example. I reached down and I picked up the pennies I was urinating on, and I probably wasn't the only person that had urinated on them. I was going to wash my hands anyway. And guess what? I know everybody's probably laughing, going, I can't believe he said that on a podcast or what have you. I don't care. You know what? Many of you probably peed pennies away, okay? Not realizing that that's telling the universe you don't care about that energy, and you must care about it. You must care about being professional and organized and together. I washed the pennies. I washed my hands. Now, in my office over here, I've got a jar of all the loose change that I have collected from around the world. I mean, I'll go get it for you if you want me to see it while you take over. I want people to understand I practice this stuff, okay? I found on the supercar ride the other day, this wasn't in a urinal, but this was in front of where people paid for their meal. I found a few pennies on the ground. I picked them up. I'm still in the practice of it. So it's not about making the millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's about having the mind connection, understanding that this planning system will help you get more professional. It'll help you grow tremendously. And here's the best part. And a lot of people confuse this. It'll make you more attractive. Now, I didn't say better looking. I said attractive, magnetic. Okay. And when you're a magnet to, I'm getting bumps again all over my body when I talk like this. When you're a magnet, guess what happens? The universe is boom, sending stuff into you to intercept because you're the right connection dot for that moment in time for something magical and huge breakthroughs to happen for you. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna grab this $20. I'll be right back.
Well, there's that great expression, if you don't see riches in your brain, chances are you'll never see them in your bank account. If you don't see that black Lamborghini, chances are it's not going to wind up in your garage. If you don't see helping a hospital full of people in Africa, then you'll never end up doing it in your life. So if you've got that mindset, the universe just naturally says it has to occur, right?
Gene, I'm not joking. I actually have inside here, where they can see it, and it's full of me collecting. Now, remember, I've been in this industry a long time. Okay, but this is an example. Anybody can do this, and now you start being in the mindset of attracting stuff to you. You don't walk over pennies. You don't trip over pennies anymore. Okay, you're going to be a penny collector, and guess what's going to happen over time? Over time, the mindset of that is massive. So I know people want to get wealthy and have this, that, and the other. I did too. And by the way, I've also had failure, like all people have. It's not the failure. You've got to get your butt back up and go after it again and again and again. And it's amazing what will happen once you practice some of this stuff.
And the interesting thing too is if you don't experience failure, you're never really going to understand what success is, because it goes right back to what we were talking about on the front of the book, balance in your life.
Absolutely.
I love it. Evolving personally and professionally. And a very, very candid story from Adam today. Coming up on episode 33, we're going to get to something really, really big. We talked a little bit about it today, but we're going to spend the whole episode on it the next time, on episode 33, multiple sources of income and understanding what they're all about. In the meantime, get your daily planner. You know why you need it now. Adam, thanks for this. We'll see you on the next episode coming up in just a few seconds if you're binge watching. Great insight today. I sure do appreciate it.
Awesome. Take care. God bless. See everybody on the next episode.
Okay. Get your daily planner at Adam's website, 8020365.com. For the man himself, Adam Vincent Gilmer, I'm your host, Gene Velitis, living your life well planned.